much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to this special broadcasters edition of Pointless Celebrities, the game where you are always aiming for the lowest score. Let's meet this evening's players. And finally, couple number 4.
Hi, I'm John Robbins. I'm a comedian and a digital DJ.
Hi, I'm Elis James, and I present on 5 Live alongside John.
Thank you very much to all of you. Very, very warm welcome to Pointless. It's lovely to have you with us. We'll chat a lot more, of course, throughout the show as it goes along.
And Elis, of course, has been on, but not with John, not with your partner of many, many years. You came on with Ivo Graham.
I came on with Ivo Graham.
And I took it really well.
Yeah, John took it very well, and I let Ivo Graham down.
I
So-
didn't mention it at all, in fact, on the radio show for the next 3 or 4 weeks, actually, because I was so cool with it.
But now, a lot of pressure on this, though.
A lot of pressure. What's pressure, Elis?
It's a privilege.
Pressure
Richard.
is a privilege. I think Billie Jean King
Yeah, or me.
once said that, yeah.
How far did you get, Elis, with Ivo?
We got to the second round, and I made a very, very foolish mistake in regards to Eric Clapton and Coldplay. I'll leave it at that.
No further be said on the matter.
Thank you very much indeed. John,
Hiya.
tell me about this brilliant show that you and Elis do, the Elis and John show. What is it?
It's a radio show, a 2-hour show, broadcasting about 7 years now. And the stuff that you plan to talk about is never the stuff that kicks off. So
Yes.
I think the most reaction we've ever had was when we had a disagreement about whether you should have a waste paper bin in the lounge. And that seemed to really stir up the nation.
Where did the consensus lie on that?
I was waste paper bin in the lounge for scrap paper, envelopes, etc.,
Yeah.
tissues, apple cores. Elis was dead against.
Yeah.
And the nation was split 50-50.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you take against that, Elis?
I just think it looks like you've given up. If you've got a bin in your lounge or living room,
Yeah.
I think questions need to be asked.
But,
So I was dead against.
under a desk.
Under a desk is fine.
What?
Okay.
Whoa, where did that come
right.
from?
Well, yeah, but you don't have you shouldn't have a desk in your living room.
But
What if
of course,
you've
no,
got
a
a
lot of
very
people
small
working
house?
from home, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, well that's
Oh, sorry, do you have your desk in the parlour, or in the study, or in the orangery?
then it becomes a different kind of shared space. But if it's a dedicated living room, you need to keep the waste paper bin out of there. I'm a real.
I mean,
I'm a real
I've been to
stickler for
Elis's
this.
house since he's had young children, and he's right, because it's much easier to just keep all your rubbish on the floor, isn't it?
Yeah. Just a bin zone in the corner.
Okay, John, what are you going to go for on our board?
Well, I was pretty chuffed at having worked out that Elvis Costello and Don Cheadle would be low answers, so I'm feeling quite stressed now. It's going to be a bit of a stab in the dark here, but I don't think many people would have said that Pavarotti would have had his name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Pavarotti.
Pavarotti. Yes, Pavarotti. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Pavarotti's, it was right. 100 still our high score, 1 our low, 48 for Pavarotti.
Yeah, there's a live performance category as well, and Pavarotti gets in for that.
I see.
There are posthumous ones as well.
Posthumous.
You have to be the
Okay.
posthumous ones. It has to be at least 5 years since your sad passing.
Since your sad passing.
Before you're allowed to have a star on
I
the Walk
see.
of Fame. You got to have rules.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Elis.
Yeah.
Remember, we are looking for the identities of these people here. They were all inducted onto the Hollywood Walk of Fame 2020 or 2021. Now, just to come back, so is it a hygiene thing? Is it just an aesthetic?
It's an aesthetic, because I'm a very, very aesthetic person.
Yes.
And the way things look means so much to me.
Right.
Colin's laughing for some reason, I don't know why. But yeah,
Doesn't know yet.
it's just a vibe. I just don't agree with it as a vibe
Has
thing.
anyone worked out a good place to put their printer? Is the question I would like to ask.
Well, that's the other big debate we had, was whether you should have a printer in the house. Richard, people don't have printers in their houses anymore.
No, I
Where
don't.
do they put them?
The debate then became, does anyone under the age of 35 own a printer? Because we think it might be generational.
Oh, what? The idea of paper?
Yeah.
It's a better show than we're currently making it sound.
Yeah,
It's not all about your home office setup.
for 7 years.
Elis, what are you going to go for here? You're on 48, which means if you score 51 or less, you're straight into round 2.
This is a tough one because the 2 I really wanted have gone. So I'm just getting my excuses in early. So I'm going to say Christian Slater.
Christian Slater.
Yeah.
OK, Elis says Christian Slater. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Here is your red line. It's right. It's good. Very good. Down it goes to 13. That's a cracking answer. Takes your total up to 61. You are in round 2. Very well done.
Well played, Elis. Yeah, the class of 2021. See how much better it is without Ivo Graham. You know what? This is what this show can be, Elis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, what are you going to go for?
I thought those were trickier ones and the scores are higher than I thought they would be, so I'm just sort of going to play safe and not stress out too much. So I'm going to say that a small, slightly raised blemish on the skin is a mole.
A mole. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said mole. Mole is right. 82 for mole.
Giving Elis some work to do there in the second pass. We're going to be hearing about this on Sunday's show, I suspect.
Now, Elis,
Yeah.
I'll give you a moment or two to digest some of those.
Okay. It doesn't really play to my strengths. Not a horse guy. The one I'm most confident about, I think, is the most obvious one by a distance. And so, I'm going to go for pike, an infantry weapon with a pointed steel or iron head on a long wooden pole.
OK, pike says, Elis, you're the high scorer, so there's no red line for you. Let's see how many of our 100 people said pike. Pike is right. Oh, it's good. It's very good, Elis. Down it goes to 35. Very well done indeed. Our lowest score so far. 117 is your total.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Have you saved the James Robin partnership there with Pike?
Congratulations, Josie and Niamh, Elis and John. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £2,500. This is where we decide who goes through to the final and plays for the jackpot. And we do it by making you go head-to-head. But you now play as a pair. You can confer. And the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. That was slightly iffy in that last round, I'll be perfectly honest. I didn't know which way it was going to go. I think everybody had a sword hanging over them at one stage. And then here you are. It's all marvellous. It's going to be a very exciting head-to-head.
Fun to think of Colin Murray losing, isn't it? You know, he'll be so gutted, won't he?
It took us all by surprise, but none more so than Colin Murray.
Yeah, exactly. In the old Radio 5 green room, that's never going to be mentioned again, is it? You've beaten Colin.
He'll be talking about that quite a lot.
Yeah.
Elis and John, do you want to talk us through that board?
Well,
Okay.
I knew Baton Rouge. B is New York. C must be Cape May.
Yeah.
But I've never, ever
No.
heard the name Cape May.
No. Well, we've got Palm Spring and Little Rock.
Yeah.
Cape May, I've never heard of that.
But that's got to be what it is. So I wonder if, because the quality of the opposition is so high.
Take a risk. What about a double bluff, New York? No one will have thought of that.
I'm not sure I'm going to allow that to happen.
Okay, all right.
I think we've got to go all out here.
I agree. Let's go Cape May.
Cape May.
And do you know what? If we lose, we lose with our heads held high.
Yeah, and we still love each other very much. So we're going to go C, Cape May.
C, Cape May. So you have A, Baton Rouge, C, Cape May. Josie and Niamh have gone for Baton Rouge for A. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge is absolutely right. It goes down to 40. Not bad. Elis and John, meanwhile, have gone for Cape May. For C, there it is. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Cape May. It is absolutely Cape May. And it wins the point for you. Down it goes to 33. 33 for Cape May. There's 7 points in it. Very well done indeed, Elis and John. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, it's a seaside resort in New Jersey, Cape May.
Elis and John, you'll go first.
Do you know the last one?
No.
Okay. I think, just in terms of the one that look from a sort of word game point of view, I think the middle one might be quite low.
As in third down.
Yeah. or middle, whichever you want to call it.
Yeah, fine, yeah.
You happy with that one?
Yeah. Because we don't know the last one. Yes, I agree with you, actually. We took a risk in the first round, and I sanctioned that, and I sanctioned this.
So I'm going to go middle, which is shop vintage.
Shop vintage, say Elis and John. Now, Josie and Neve, that board's yours. Do you want to talk us through it?
Yeah. Eat less meat. Adjust your thermostat. Shop vintage. Stop paper bank statements. And buy minimally packaged goods.
Which of those do you want to go for?
Well, I'm going to go buy minimally packaged goods.
Because we let you know it was difficult, Elis!
Yeah.
OK, so we have vintage and we've got packaged. Elis and John went for vintage. Let's see how many of our 100 people said vintage. Vintage as in shop. Vintage goes down to 23. Very well done indeed. 23 for vintage. Josie and Neve, meanwhile, have gone for packaged, by minimally packaged goods. How many of our 100 said packaged?
I think it's higher. I do. Might be. Yeah.
Packaged is
It's not difficult.
right. Is it? Oh, it's close. Look at that. Down it goes to 31. I suspect that was the second lowest score on the board, but very well done indeed. Elis and John, after 2 questions, you are through to the final 2-0.
Yeah, they were best 2 answers on the board, so well played both teams there.
For Elis and John, it is now time for our pointless final. Huge congratulations, Elis and John. You have fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy.
I'm very excited about this. But it feels, we haven't really been bossing any of the rounds. I tell you what, it feels like an unlikely cup run from a League One team.
Yeah.
And
Chesterfield.
We've taken out Man United. We've taken out, I don't know, Brighton.
Yeah.
But will we win the cup?
Will you? Well, listen, you've kind of already. You've won the trophy already.
Oh yeah, we've already won the trophy, but we also want to win the money for the charities.
Will you get the medal?
Yeah.
OK. Well, here is your chance to win the pointless jackpot for your charities. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £2,500. So there it is. That's what you could win. All we need from you is one pointless answer. You know what happens? We put 4 things up on the board. What would you like to see come up?
Queen singles.
Welsh language indie music.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 147s.
My kids.
Yeah, Ellis's kids.
OK, well, let's see what we've got for you this evening. We can offer you these to choose from. The Star Wars trilogies, music weekends, the year 1988, winners of spherical awards.
Well, spherical awards, Golden Globe and Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
I'm not a Golden Globe guy.
No, neither am I.
I hate Star Wars and everyone who likes Star Wars.
Yeah, definitely not Star Wars. The year 1988, I am leaning towards that. Music weekends. What's that mean?
Could be festivals or it could be songs with days of the week or weekends in them, like Saturday and Sunday titles.
I think we'd be very good at a very specific kind of music. And if it's not that, we're going to look foolish.
Well, it's got to be. Has it? It is. The year 1988.
OK.
The year 1988 it is.
Gents, very best of luck. 3 very different categories here. I hope you can get a pointless answer from one of these. We are looking for any act who had a UK top 10 hit in the singles charts in 1988, please. According to the official charts company, we are looking for any acting Oscar nominations from 1988 films. That's in the 1989 Oscars. Or we are looking for any GB medalist at the 1988 Summer Olympics. So top 10 single, acting nomination, or GB medalist. Very, very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot for your charities is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Okay, that's Barcelona because Freddie Mercury did the theme tune.
Adrian Morehouse, Colin Jackson, Linford Christie.
Redgrave, Sir Steve.
I'm thinking probably...
Morehouse is a good shout.
Yeah, swimming. He won gold in the 88 Olympics. Swimming, I would say... Colin Jackson won silver. Who else did we have from 88? Tessa Sanderson.
Christie.
Linford Christie won
Gunnell.
silver. Sally Gunnell
McColgan.
was 4 years later. I would say Steve Cram, possibly.
No, not in Barcelona.
No, it's
McColgan.
1988 was Seoul 88 Olympics.
Oh, Seoul,
It's the
sorry.
one
Oh,
before.
God.
So,
88 Seoul. Okay, Morehouse.
89 or so.
Oh, dear. Oscars.
No.
Hoffman, surely got to be in there.
Brother Beyond. I would say Curiosity Killed the Cat. Hue
10
and
seconds
Cry.
Okay, I like...
Adrian Morehouse.
I think let's go Adrian Morehouse. And let's go those two. Those
Beyond.
Brother Beyond.
Okay, that's your time up. Let's have your three answers.
We're going Adrian Morehouse.
Adrian Morehouse for the Olympics.
Sorry for confusing it with Barcelona, which Freddie Mercury did the theme tune for. Apologies. That was 88 with Soul.
Okay.
Brother Beyond for an act that had a top 10
Lovely.
hit in 1988.
Unless they had a surprising run at the Summer Olympics.
Yes.
Brother Beyond, Adrian Morehouse.
And did you say Hue and Cry?
Yes. These are all I mean, it could be between 1987 and 89.
Hue and Cry is a great
Hue and
great
Cry.
reference.
Hue and Cry. Brother Beyond, Hue and Cry, and Adrian Morehouse.
Morehouse.
Of those three, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Hue and Cry.
Hue and Cry goes last. Least likely to be pointless?
Morehouse.
Morehouse, he definitely, yeah.
Adrian Morehouse, and we put Brother Beyond in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Adrian Morehouse, Brother Beyond, Hue and Cry. Three great answers there. Now, if one of these turns out to be pointless and wins that jackpot for your charities, which charities are you playing for? Ellis?
Dr. M's, which is a youth centre in my hometown of Carmarthen, who do fantastic work.
Very good indeed. John?
The money for me will be going to Standing Together Against Domestic Violence, which is a charity that do amazing work, not just with the terrible effects of domestic violence, but also trying to prevent it in the first place.
Very good. Well, best of luck. Two good charities, three good answers. Let's hope they can do great things together. Adrian Morehouse was your first answer. In this case, we're looking for GB medalists of the 1988 Summer Olympics. Let's see how many of our 100 said Adrian Morehouse. For £2,500, is he pointless? It's right. It just has to go all the way down to zero, and your charities will get that £2,500 jackpot. Down we go through the single figures. Still going down with Adrian Morehouse for one.
Oh my gosh.
That's a great answer.
Yes, but
mate.
I think the other two are a risk.
Okay, right, not Adrian Morehouse. Let's turn to your next answer, Brother Beyond. In this case, we're looking for any act that had UK top 10 hit in 1988. Brother Beyond for £2,500. Is that pointless? It's right. Well, Adrian Morehouse was right, took us all the way down to one.
Who's saying Brother Beyond?
Brother
Surely
Beyond.
no one.
Absolutely right, into single figures. Still going down with Brother. You've done it there with Brother Beyond. It's a fantastic answer. That is pointless. And it means you're taking home that jackpot of £2,500 for your charities. Very well done.
Jens, very, very well played. That's beautifully done. If we'd had to go on to Hue and Cry, incorrect answer. Their only top 10 hit was 87. Oh.
You must think yourself a right fool.
But two top 10 hits from Brother Beyond in that year. So Morehouse scored one. Well, I'll tell you some of the pointless answers for that Olympics. And it's crazy that Adrian Morehouse scored one when you see some of the people who scored zero, a number of whom you mentioned in your minute. We'll start with the acts who had top 10 singles. Bananarama, Enya, Phil Collins, Yaz and the Plastic Population. You could have had Angry Anderson was a pointless answer. Aztec Camera, Billy Bragg, Bobby McFerrin, Deacon Blue, Dollar, Eddie Grant, Gloria Estefan. You could have Misha Paris, Kirsty McCall, Prefab Sprout, Stevie Wonder, and I can't believe you forgot Morris Minor and the Majors.
Oh, M and the M's.
They would have won you the money
Isn't
as
that
well.
Tony Hawk's?
It was Tony
It's
Hawk's,
the
yeah.
Hawk coming back. Look at that. Neat.
How about that? Now, the Oscar nominations, fewer pointless answers here, but you could have had Gina Davis, Gene Hackman, Kevin Kline, Sigourney Weaver. Alec Guinness was a pointless answer. Francis McDormand, Martin Landau, Michelle Pfeiffer, River Phoenix. All of those were pointless answers. Now, take a look at some of these GB medalists. Three of these names you said. Colin Jackson, pointless answer. Liz McColgan, pointless answer. Steve Redgrave, a pointless answer as well, alongside Mark Phillips. In fact, the only medalists who scored any points at all were Lympha Christie, Adrian Morehouse, and Fatima Whitbread. Every other medalist was a pointless answer, so very well done if you said any of those at home. Gents, congratulations. Two things to say, Colin Who and Ivo Who. Very nicely done.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And thanks once again to our winning players, Elis and John, who take away today's jackpot of £2,500 for their charity. Very well done indeed. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on pointless celebrities. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.